Here's your fully punctuated script with proper grammar, capitalization, and formatting for clarity and readability. Imagine a simple shopping trip turning into a nightmare, all because of an assumption. This is the story of Senator Camilla Hayes, a well-respected state senator who found herself caught in a surprising and unjust situation. What should have been a routine stop at the mall soon became a shocking experience she would never forget. Senator Camilla Hayes had just finished her regular visit to her mother's house, a visit she made every week without fail. It was a sunny afternoon, and she decided to swing by the local mall to grab some groceries before heading home. As she made her way to the parking lot, carrying her shopping bags, she felt a sense of peace. Little did she know, her day was about to take an unexpected turn. Unbeknownst to Camilla, a police cruiser had quietly pulled into the lot right behind her. Inside the car was Officer Janice Salazar, a veteran cop known for her strict, no-nonsense attitude. Janice was on her regular patrol, scanning the area for anything unusual. Her eyes narrowed as she noticed Camilla, a well-dressed woman, seemingly preoccupied and glancing into her car windows. From Janice's perspective, something didn't sit right. "What's she up to?" Janice muttered to herself. Her instincts told her that something was off, even though there was no visible reason for suspicion. Without a moment's hesitation, Janice parked her cruiser, stepped out, and began marching toward Camilla, her hand resting on her belt, ready for any scenario. "Excuse me, ma'am," Janice called out in a firm voice, her tone demanding attention. Camilla turned around, startled but composed. "Yes, officer? Is there a problem?" Janice's face was stern, her eyes narrowing as she observed Camilla. "What are you doing here?" she asked sharply. Camilla was taken aback by the harshness in the officer's voice. "I'm just loading my groceries into my car," she replied calmly, gesturing toward her shopping bags. "ID, please," Janice demanded, her fingers tapping impatiently on her belt as if she were dealing with a suspect. Camilla felt her heart skip a beat, but she maintained her composure. "Is there a reason for this, officer? I haven't done anything wrong," she stated. Janice's expression hardened further. "Just show me your ID, ma'am, and I'll decide that," she snapped. With a sigh, Camilla reached into her purse and pulled out her wallet. She handed her driver's license to Janice, who took it without a word and began inspecting it closely. "Senator Camilla Hayes?" Janice read out loud, raising an eyebrow. "Never heard of you." Camilla gave a polite smile, her patience unwavering. "I'm a state senator representing District 12. But Janice wasn't impressed. She glanced at the ID once more, then pocketed it as if it were a piece of evidence. "I don't care who you are, Senator. Something doesn't feel right about you being here," Janice said dismissively. Camilla couldn't believe what she was hearing. "Officer, this is a public mall. I have every right to be here, just like everyone else," she said, her voice laced with disbelief. Janice folded her arms and stood her ground, blocking Camilla's path. "You can explain that at the station. I'm taking you in," she declared. Despite Camilla's protests, Janice forcefully led her to the cruiser. As they drove to the station, the atmosphere inside the car was tense. Janice kept her eyes fixed on the road, her grip on the steering wheel tight. Camilla, sitting silently in the back seat, took deep breaths to calm herself. She knew she hadn't done anything wrong, but the feeling of helplessness was overwhelming. When they arrived at the station, Janice led Camilla inside, her grip firm on Camilla's arm. They passed rows of officers and detectives, some of whom turned their heads in surprise. Whispers quickly spread among the staff. "Isn't that Senator Hayes? Why is she in handcuffs?" Janice ignored the murmurs and directed Camilla to a small interrogation room. "Wait here," she ordered, slamming the door shut behind her. Camilla sat at the metal table, the coldness of the room matching the chill she felt inside. Minutes felt like hours as she waited, until finally the door creaked open. Lieutenant Jordan Pierce stepped in, a tall man with a stern but kind face. He had been alerted about the situation and was eager to understand what had happened. "Senator Hayes, I'm Lieutenant Pierce," he said, extending his hand warmly. "I apologize for any inconvenience caused." Camilla shook his hand, grateful for the first sign of respect she had received. "Lieutenant, thank you for coming. I'd like to know why I was arrested," she said, her voice calm but firm. Pierce frowned as he flipped through the report Janice had barely filled out. He looked up, clearly puzzled. Then Pierce's face turned icy as he glared at Janice. "Officer Salazar, do you have any idea who you've just arrested?" Janice's smirk faded instantly. "Who?" she asked, her voice faltering. "This is Senator Camilla Hayes, one of the most respected leaders in our state," Pierce said coldly. A crowd of officers had gathered outside the door, their curiosity piqued by the heated exchange. Janice stood there, speechless, as her reputation crumbled before her eyes. Pierce looked at her sternly. "Officer Salazar, I'm suspending you pending an investigation. Your actions today were unacceptable." As Camilla left the station, she glanced back once, seeing Janice standing alone, her badge confiscated, her pride shattered. It was a moment of justice, a reminder of the consequences of acting on bias. And so, the story ends with a powerful lesson. Assumptions can lead to dire consequences. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to Learn with Faizan Explained, and press the bell icon for more fascinating stories like this one. Have a wonderful day.